Hey everyone, hi, what's going on? Hi, this is Saad and I'm back again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why thinking on paper is good for us and can help us think more clearly. So yeah, let's start with the video. So thinking is something we all do all the time. Like there is not a day we spend in which we don't think. Even there's not a second we spend in which we don't think. We think every day, every minute, every hour, every second. I think the sequence should be every day, every hour, every minute, every second. So thinking is something we cannot stop our brain from doing. Sometimes we think very consciously and in a very mindful way, and other times we just think in the back of our mind about the food we have ate and how we did not like it, or the food we are going to eat. And sometimes we think of problems that we're facing in our lives and how can we deal with them, and what are the things that we haven't done and we should have done, and how to deal with all the things that we are dealing with in our lives. So there are a lot of things that goes on, both consciously and unconsciously. And stopping our brain sometimes is just a very difficult task. And in between all these thinking, sometimes we have to take a lot of decisions about our work, about our relationships, about our finances, about our businesses, and all kinds of decisions. But when we think about things in our brain, we don't think about things very clearly, because there are so many things running simultaneously in our brain that we are not able to think very clearly, and not thinking clearly affects our decision making, because of which we suffer later in our life. So I think it is a responsibility of each one of us to think very clearly, because our future self is who we are today, and the decisions we make today is actually going to make our future self, right? So why I'm trying to convince you to think on paper, it is essentially because, so think of our brain as our cell phone. Like we use so many applications on a regular basis: Snapchat, WhatsApp, Instagram, Google Maps, Amazon, Audible, tons of applications, right? So whenever we use this application, we spend battery, and some of the application we use one simultaneously throughout the day. So every time we are using a particular application, all the other applications are in hold, but there is certain amount of energy that is being spent on all these applications which are on hold. Even though we are using one application at a time, we have all these applications running in the background of our phone, right? So similarly, in our brain, when we are thinking about a particular thing, we have all these ideas and thoughts and overthinking stuff going on in the back of our mind, and which doesn't allow us to think very clearly about the thing we are thinking of. So thinking on paper, what it does, it clicks our mind to think in a very effective way. We can then visualize what we are thinking, essentially. For example, we are making a decision about what other things we need to do, or we are making a to-do list, or we're making any random thing, or we have a lot of random thoughts going on in our mind. Writing those things down is actually gonna get that thing out from mind and put that in paper. Now we have little less thing going on in the mind, which is on paper. Now we don't have to think about that thing. Similarly, whenever I make decisions, I think on paper. Whenever I have some random thought going on in my mind, I have a diary that I maintain. I have a journal in which I write down all the things that I think about, all the things that's going on in my mind. And there have been research done on this, that people who write their emotions down on paper, they feel slightly better after they have written down whatever they are feeling, whether it is happiness or whether it is sadness or whether it is failure or any other emotion. I think, yeah, it's a little outdated, but I think we should use these notebooks and these kind of diaries and journals, and write our thoughts down, write what we are thinking, and also keep them safe so that nobody takes a look at whatever we are thinking and going through in our lives, because that is not a good experience. I have had instances where people have opened my notebook and diary and they have seen what I write, so it's not something they understand, but they definitely laugh at me for writing those things. But I don't care about what they think, but I'm definitely gonna promote that habit and tell you that thinking on paper about whatever is going on in your mind, it really does help and really increases your effectiveness of the thinking and makes you think very clearly and in a very profound way. Writing on paper can also help in setting goals. Whenever you have a goal in your mind, it is very much important that you first write down the goal. That is how you get the goal out on the paper. That way you can see the goal and can it increases the chances of you achieving the goal. Writing things down also helps in brainstorming ideas. Like, for example, you have an idea that's going on in your mind about a new business trick that you're going to use in your business, and if you process the idea down in your mind, with all the noise that's going on in your mind, you cannot think very clearly. And as today we have so many distractions around us, we 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 can be distracted very easily and then forget about the idea. So writing down about the idea and brainstorming about what's going on in the mind can really help in idea development. And today we are in the age of technology, and most people think that there is an application for everything that we need to do in our day-to-day lives. So why do we have to carry a notebook and a pen and write down things physically, where we can just write down things in our applications and softwares that we have on our computer and phones? But there are pros and cons of everything, and yes, these cell phones and computers have brought a lot of value in our life, and made us achieve a lot of things, but they also get us very much distracted about anything and everything at all times. Okay, for example, if you want to write down things on the notes application of your phone, you take out your phone and then you see some notifications from Twitter, from Instagram, from Facebook, from Amazon, and from all these places, and then you're drawn to attending all these notifications and forget about the thing that you were going to write in the first place. But papers, they are free from distraction. You can just write down anything that you want to write down in there, and they won't distract you even once. So it's very clear that writing down on paper has a lot of benefit, and even in today's generation, when we have technology in our pocket and our bags and everywhere we travel and go, it is very important to carry these kind of notebooks and a pen, so that you can write down things whenever you have to and whenever you need to, so you can think more clearly and effectively. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next video next week. Like the video if you like it genuinely, share it with your friends and family if you want to share. Subscribe to the channel if you like my work and all the videos that I've made. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon, because when you press the bell icon, you get notified every time I post a video. And I will see you in the next video next week. Goodbye, have a nice day, love you.